Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about Christensen and the progress that has been going on between this player and Barcelona. And then lastly, we are going to be talking about some breaking news regarding Dani Alves. But let's first talk about Christensen, right? Because many of us did expect Christensen to sign with FC Barcelona, and many of us do know that for sure. And then we are finally starting to see this come into fruition, because it does say here, according to Fabrizio Romano, Christensen to Barcelona is almost done. There is only final details missing. It is going to be a 5-year contract, and within these next few days, new contacts will take place between the parties to seal the deal fully. So it is basically official. Christensen is going to be signing with FC Barcelona. It is going to be on a 5-year deal. Yes, Barcelona is going to be paying around 6 million euros per season for this player. And then it does say here, according to the same reporter, that once Barcelona do officially sign Christensen, they do plan on trying to progress the signings of Azpilicueta, Kessie, and Ajax's right back Mazraoui. And so when it comes to Christensen, right? Yes, this is a steal. Barcelona is doing a great job. And if you guys are new here and you guys are watching me for the first time, yes, you guys already know my opinion regarding this player. Christensen is being brought to this Barcelona club because of two very big reasons. Point number one, Xavi has asked for this center back. He knows exactly why he does want to bring him tactically and how he's going to integrate this player also tactically. And then point number two, this is going to be a center back that is going to be competing and placing pressure on Pique, Eric Garcia, and Araujo. Because the one thing that we do have to know about Xavi's Barcelona is that he does not want to have anyone feel secured within their spot. Like, once Ansu Fati becomes the best player in the world, I don't want him to feel like he does have a secured spot. Like, I want him to feel like Ferran Torres can always take his position. When it comes to Pedri and Xavi, knowing that one day they are going to be one of the best midfielders in the world, I never want them to also feel secure. I want players like Kessie or someone like Pablo, who is a brand new signing, to put pressure on these two players, and also with Frankie de Jong. And then when it comes to Araujo, I also do not want him to be ever feel secured just because many are calling him the best center back in the world. Like, no, that is not going to happen. Everyone here does not have a set position within the starting 11, and Xavi does want that. You look at Ter Stegen, right? Like, I think that many of us maybe could say that one of the reasons why he has not been performing at the highest level is because there is no competition. Like, look what happened about 5-6 years ago. It was between Bravo and Ter Stegen, and they were both doing so well. Why? It was because there was great competition. They never felt secured in their position, which is why they had to bring their A game in every game. So Xavi is not going to permit to have that type of like audacity and confidence that they're going to be having within their positions. But here's what gets very, very interesting. Let's go back to Christensen, because the duo that has been performing so well under Xavi's Barcelona, it is Araujo and Gerard Piqué. And you and me have talked about this before. We have talked about this on lives. We have talked about this during our videos, because this duo between Araujo and Piqué, it is phenomenal. Just look at the games that they have been playing in the past 4 to 5 games. Like, they really do understand how to play as a center back under Xavi's Barcelona. Like, you look at Piqué's game, he has gone back to his old form. He's very attentive. His positioning is 100%. His 1v1s, he welcomes it. He likes it. And so whatever Bonucci and Cellini is for Italy, right, knowing that they're like 32, 35 years old, that is what Piqué could be for FC Barcelona. We are literally seeing the exact same thing. So maybe it was never just the age when it comes to Piqué. Maybe it was just the lack of work ethic coming from this player and the sporting project overall. And then we look at Araujo, right? He has always been solid. We know this already. And you know what's so funny is that we have talked about Araujo way more about 3 to 4 months ago than what we are doing now. And the reason why we're saying this is because Araujo and Piqué as a collective perform very well. This is no longer a defensive line where only Araujo just stand out. And that is where I do want to bring in Christensen, right? Because many just think that Christensen, right, this center back, can just come into this Barcelona squad and especially into this defensive line and just walk into the starting 11. I do not think that Christensen can walk into the starting 11. He is going to need to fight for his spot, and he's going to have to show on why he believes that he could break into this starting 11, why he could believe that he could convince Xavi to place him in this defensive line, because Araujo and Piqué are doing so great. So he's going to have to show that he can be very press resistant. When someone's trying to pressure the ball, he needs to be very calm. He needs to show also that he's very great on the ball, that he can move with the ball, moving forward into spaces, very similar to what Ronald Araujo has been showing as of late, and especially in the previous game. So as of now, as things currently do stand, assuming that Piqué and Araujo continue to perform at this level and consistently, this is going to be our main duo for this season and for the next. Now let's move on towards Dani Alves, because yes, there is some breaking news. You guys probably already heard about this already, and it does say here, according to Ferran Correas, Barcelona has already made their decision to renew Dani Alves for 1 more year. He'll be offered a higher salary than what he currently earns, and talks will begin very, very soon. So honestly, I'm surprised. I'm surprised because for a second there, I thought that Xavi was going to send Dani Alves on on his way out in this coming summer, because you look at the games that we have been playing and you look at Dani Alves' performance, there were moments in the game where he was being completely ran through and he could not cope with the wingers they had to go up against. And that's normal, and that is very normal, right? Like, this guy is 38 years old. He has been sent to Brazil. He has been sent to other clubs. And now we're asking this 38-year-old right back, not a midfielder, not a striker, but a right back who needs to run up and down the flanks to perform at a very high level. It's normal to see Dani Alves perform like this because age has caught up to this player. And here's what gets even more confusing. Now, seeing that Dani Alves is going to be staying with Barcelona for another year, can you imagine us having also Mazraoui, Azpilicueta, and Dest, 3 other right backs in this team? Like, at this point, I honestly think that the only reason why they're going to maintain Dani Alves is because they want to keep him more as a locker room presence than as a on-the-field player, meaning that Dani Alves can be someone that can captain these players, that can be a force within this squad and say that we need to do this is the way to do it, and just encourage and lead these group of young players, and especially for players like Dest and Mazraoui, which is going to be very, very beneficial for these players. And let me tell you guys another thing. Now, knowing that Alves is going to be staying for another year and seeing the type of signings that we will be making, this is also going to lead to Gaia being needed much, much less. Because the one thing that I'm starting to actually analyze here is that maybe Xavi is thinking about using Dest as a left back and be that backup for Jordi Alba next season. So when Dest is needed as a right back, he can obviously play there. And when Jordi Alba is either injured or maybe has a red card, Serginho Dest can be in that position, because Dest as a left back, he plays so solid. He enjoys cutting in. He enjoys creating with the other players. He provides something so much more different than compared to Jordi Alba. So here is going to be the final verdict. Now, seeing that Dani Alves is going to have his last year, which will be the 2022-2023 season, seeing that that is going to be his last year where Barcelona can finally have a restart and a official full season under Xavi Hernandez, I hope that that year that Alves has gained could be a year filled with joy, and in other words, trophies. Hopefully Dani Alves succeeds. He wins La Liga, he wins the Copa del Rey, and hopefully maybe even the Champions League, and hopefully he gets that graceful ending that many of us wanted for this right back, because at the end of the day, this is a right back that is considered as the best right back in Barcelona's history, and he is going to deserve it. But that is going to be wrapping up today's Barcelona Daily News. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, comment, and I will see you guys in the next video.